Hey loves, I am Mira, and today we're going to be doing a reading on your manifestations. We're going to be checking how you guys can manifest your dreams more efficiently, also what you are doing right, and what you are doing that could be maybe a little tweaked or something that you need to implement to help your dreams manifest a little bit more clearly or quicker. Okay, guys, so we have three piles. We have pile number one with the snowflake, and I will hold them all up together. Pile number two with the candy cane. And then we have pile number three with this pine cone. So pause the video if you need to. These are your three piles. Go ahead and choose. And then the timestamps are down below in the description. And I will see you guys at your piles. Toodles. Hello, everyone who chose pile number one or this cute little snowflake. This is your reading. I will just put your snowflake. Bam. Let's just put it up there, okay? All right, guys. So we have three cards for you guys. I did not see them yet, and this is going to be what you are currently doing correctly that is helping your manifestations grow. This is going to be a little what needs tweaking, and this is going to be representative of the card that is telling us how we can best manifest those dreams. All right, dreams, aspiration, and goals. And on the back of the deck, I just find it so beautiful that you guys have the High Priestess, wow, and the Ace of Wands and the Sun, which really scream to me that you guys are on the right track. I feel like most of you guys who picked pile number one, and let's just get into it real quick. But you guys, I feel like you guys are on the right track. Okay, you guys at least energetically know where you're going. It's like you guys, I'm seeing someone walking down a dirt path, and those dirt paths, they're not like constructed, right? Those dirt paths, they're basically carved out because of so many people who once walked a path that no one else walked, right? If you get me there, then you understand that message. All right, what you guys are doing right is the Nine of Cups. I feel like you guys got the attitude right. You got the good feeling down. And even if you guys are like, oh, well, I haven't been feeling great lately, what this Nine of Cups is telling me is that overall, your vibration is definitely working with you rather than against you in manifesting your dreams. And your vibration is the most important thing. And where does your vibration come from? What determines our vibration? Our feelings. And what determines our feelings? Most of the time, it's our thoughts, right? So I feel like you guys definitely have your emotions not on lock, I would say, but you guys have a very good understanding of your emotions. And it's not that you guys are always feeling good, you're always positive, everything's working out, even though it does. Even though everything is always working out, you guys not only know when to be positive, you guys also know how to utilize those shadow qualities. You also know, I'm hearing you guys know when enough is enough as well. You guys, I'm hearing you guys are definitely stepping into your sovereignty with this Nine of Cups. I'm definitely feeling like this is you and this is the universe. So it's like you guys are really recognizing that not only is the universe all around you, but it's also within you. Right? And so it's sort of, I don't know why I keep hearing this, like making the universe your bitch. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But it's like you guys are like my energy channelers, my energy workers, maybe my Reiki healers, some of my witches definitely probably pick this pile, but you guys are very conscious on how energy works. And I feel like you guys are very understanding of how to utilize and how to channel different energy in different ways. It's kind of hard to explain energy channeling in the way that I'm getting it for your guys' reading, but you guys, if you guys are here, you already know. You understand. Right? So I definitely feel like you guys have like the energetic chamber, the energetic portion of this manifesting down. I don't necessarily feel like there's any more thought or feeling that you have to put into it. Spirit's saying that you've put out the intention very strongly already. All right, now what could you tweak a little bit? Okay, This makes a lot of sense. Are you guys not believing in yourself, or are you guys having a little bit of a hard time? um it's like you guys have it down that these manifestations are coming to you. You guys understand that the energy you put out is the energy that comes back to you. But you guys might be very controlling on, let's say, how or when or where this manifestation is going to take place, or it's going to come into fruition in your physical world. You guys might be very focused on the how, the when, the where, that you guys sort of put yourself in this mental prison, that it's like constantly thinking about how things can go wrong, and constantly, it's like you guys constantly intellectualize it. Not only do I feel like you guys are my spiritualists, I also feel like you guys are like my air pile, my Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, um even Capricorn and Virgo too. But you guys are very analytical. And Spirit's saying when it comes to manifestations, you don't need to rationalize it. You don't need to intellectualize it. If you are manifesting $1 million, right? The worst thing that you could do for yourself after putting out all this beautiful energy work and all of these amazing intentions, the worst thing that you can do for yourself is sit there and harp and ruminate in how is this going to happen, or when is this going to come to me, or is it really going to come? I mean, I asked for $1 million. Is that unfair of me? Don't doubt yourself, and put the fear, like put the fear in its damn place. Listen, our ego is our defense mechanism. So what happens a lot of times is, if we're not used to, or something seems a little unreasonable or foreign to us, our ego can be like, oh, well, this isn't going to happen, or that's not going to happen, or, well, we shouldn't expect this, because your ego basically wants to hurt you before you can get hurt by other things, if that makes sense. So your ego, if you're trying to manifest $1 million, your ego is going to tell you, oh, this can't happen. When have we ever seen anybody manifest $1 million? That's unreasonable, right? And what its purpose is, it's not just to talk you down, it's to protect you from getting your hopes too high and then crashing. But we also have to recognize that that is ego, and that is fear. And ego and fear, they're not, I don't want to say that they're not logical, but ego and fear, it's never feeding you the correct thing. Your ego and your fear is never going to put you on the right path. It's always going to put you on the path of most resistance, because where we feel ego and fear, that is where we most of the times, especially when it comes to manifestations, it is either where we are not aligned, or either where we do not believe in ourselves, right? All right, now, how to best manifest your dreams. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is all about balancing out your emotions and your heart with your logical and emotional mind. Spirit does want you, it's not like they want you to be all in your head and up in the clouds, but they also don't want you to be so tethered to this 3D world that it's like you only believe in exactly what you see in this physical realm. So they want you to come into balance between your mind and your heart, come into balance between your soul and your physical vessel, because I feel like a lot of what you are manifesting is like physical, tangible stuff: the house, the car, the white picket fence. I heard a big truck, a white SUV. For some of you, it's a white 4x4. I don't know why I'm getting that, but for a lot of you, you guys are manifesting. I just heard key in the ignition. Um, for some of you, this is like getting out with the old and with the new. So if you are manifesting that new car, right, and you have a shitty car that every time you drive it, it constantly breaks down, and you've been thinking for months, let me sell this car, let me sell this car, let me sell this car, but in the back of your mind, your ego is like, no, we can't sell this car until we have another car, because then what the fuck are we going to do? That's what your fear is telling you, right? And this car example is just an example. But what Spirit's saying is, in order to make your manifestations come faster, quicker, and more efficiently, get rid of the old, of what you don't want anymore, so that you can bring in the new, the wanted. okay? Because if you keep that car, right? If you keep that shitty car that's not doing anything for you, because you're worried, oh, my manifestations aren't going to come in, or I'm not going to, how am I going to be able to make ends meet if I get rid of this car? That's showing the universe that you're not necessarily trusting the process. And I saw 911 when I was talking about that, which is Archangel Michael's number. Maybe call on him for your manifestations. Also, you guys should call on Archangel Michael when you're feeling that fear and that doubt. He'll definitely help you to clear up what is ego and what is ego, fear, and what is my intuition, what is spirit really guiding me to, right? So out with the old, in with the new, and also treating yourself better. I'm also hearing doing things out of the kindness of your heart. And this doesn't just mean, stopping and giving somebody money or paying for their meal or something like that because you feel like you have to, or because, oh, well, if I do this, my manifestations are going to come in so much easier. That's not how it works. It's all about the intention that we put into it. So we have to go into things with pure intentions. If you are one of those type of people where it just does come to you, I really want to pay for this person's meal today, or I'm feeling generous, let me give this person some money, or let me help this homeless person, or this person who is struggling, or something like that. If you're somebody who already does that, or if you're somebody who's been thinking about doing things like that, just out of the pureness of your heart, Spirit is saying that putting out that, I kind of want to cry, putting out that beautiful selfless energy just to help the collective, or just to help somebody else, that is going to show the universe, I heard, that you're ready. I don't know why. I heard that, but what that's going to do, it's going to show the universe that not only are you ready or worthy, but like, it's just going to enforce the universe even more to help you, because you are helping others. Doesn't it make you want to help people? 1111, doesn't it make you want to help people even more when you see that they're doing good with the help that you've given? It really makes you feel fucking amazing. All right, guys, let's get one of these cards. No, actually, let's get one of these cards for some advice, and then I'm going to ask, you can ask a yes or no question, and I'm going to pull a yes or no card. It doesn't have to be anything at all to do with this reading. So the advice that Spirit has for you to better manifest, we have, you can't force your dreams to come true. You can only be blown into the wind. Dreams can only be blown into the wind like feathers. After which we need to learn to trust, to be patient, and to wait with our hearts open. Every day is a possibility for change. If that isn't what we were just talking about, I don't know what the fuck is. That's fucking beautiful. All right, and if you guys have a yes or no question, you can ask that now. Pause the video if you need to. What's the answer to pile number one's yes or no question? We're going to take that one because it came out by itself. So on the back of the deck, we have, what do you think? And then for your answer, it has, it is conceivable. So yes, this is a very, very big possible yes, but it's also about, what do you think? I like how we have both cards here that are like sort of suggesting that this is a yes. However, I feel like it's very much up to you. Okay? It's very much, up to you concerning your energy and your choices and how you feel about it. All right, guys, so that is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated with you, and I'll see you guys later. Toodles. Hello, those of you who chose pile number 2 with the candy cane. This is your reading. We are going to be getting into so what you are currently doing correct that is helping your manifestations come in, what needs a little bit of tweaking, or what you can implement, and then how to best manifest your dreams and your goals. So what you guys are doing correctly, we have the Page of Wands. You guys are, I feel like you guys might have just had like recent epiphanies here. Spirit's telling me to sort of like ruminate, like meditate a little bit on this card. Maybe you guys need to do some meditation here. What you guys are doing correctly is you guys are releasing. It's not an easy release. Look at his face. He doesn't look very happy about it. It's not an easy release. Some of you guys are releasing people. Some of you guys are releasing stuck emotions, situations, trauma. You guys are releasing a lot of that energetic baggage that is holding you back from your dreams. Okay. For example, if our manifestations are a meteor, right, or an asteroid meteor, coming down to Earth, right? Um, let's say we're Earth. Sorry, I apologize. Let's say we're Earth and our manifestations are a meteor coming down to Earth. In order for that meteor to meet the surface of Earth, it would have to go through all of that atmosphere. And when it goes through all of that atmosphere, it breaks down and breaks down and breaks down, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and less significant, right? So when you, Earth, are trying to manifest something, the asteroid, and you have all of these things stuck in your aura, all these traumas, all these difficulties, all these things that need healing, all these things that you need to release that are stuck up in your aura, what it's going to do is, as your manifestations are coming to you, it's going to sort of reverse snowball and break it down and break it down and break it down. So yeah, you might, let's say you're manifesting $1 million, you might get 100, but that's because it's not because you can't get that $1 million, or it's not available to you. It's not at all because of that. It's all because of the certain things that energetically need to be released, right? And the universe isn't going to punish you because you still have things to release. So of course they're going to still bring in some of your manifestation, but it's not going to be as big or as fulfilling as you'd like it to be until you do the work that you need to do. And I feel like you guys are in the midst, or you guys are very much doing that work, doing that releasing, like letting these things go. It's not like I'm trying to lecture you guys. It's not like I have to lecture you guys on you need to let this go. It's more so Spirit just wants me to show you or tell you with a sort of visual, an example that you guys can visualize, like show you how much blockages you're removing by allowing yourself to release what you guys are releasing, whether this be a person, energy, situation, trauma, whatever. By releasing whatever you guys are allowing yourself to release, or multiple things that you guys are releasing right now energetically that you might not even realize that you're releasing. This anxiety, this stuff like that, when it comes up, that's you releasing trauma out of your body. For some of you, you need to know that. And for a lot of you, you need to know that when you have these random anxiety, like if you guys have random anxiety, like attacks or something like that, what that is you're shifting your frequency vibrationally. You're raising your frequency, so it might be a little difficult at first, but try to feel it. Try to let the wave wash over you. Your most important and most crucial emotions, they only need to be felt for about 90 seconds before they start to dissipate. So it might be a little bit difficult, and a lot of people spend lifetimes and lifetimes running from feeling those emotions. But Spirit's saying that I feel like you guys have been feeling your emotions, but if you haven't, allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to feel through it. And especially if you guys have been having like anxiety, nervousness, and stuff like that lately, realize that that is you raising your vibration. And it's also simultaneously you releasing this trauma, okay? What needs a little bit of tweaking? Pile number 2, we have the Ace of Cups. Love for you, love for yourself, and love for other people. I feel like you guys need to open your heart up a little bit more. I feel like you guys have so much to give, but you guys might hold yourself back a little bit. Hold yourself back out of fear that if you give to a certain person or a certain situation too much, that it's not going to be worth your time, or it's not going to work out. Maybe you guys have a little bit of a fear of losing yourself. I don't know why I'm getting that. But what needs to be tweaked here with this Ace of Cups, I feel like you guys need to realize the community that you do have around you. You guys might realize that there are a lot of people against you, because I do feel like you guys are very high vibrational beings. I feel like sometimes people could be jealous of that, just of your vibration, because a lot of times other people sense our energy before we do. But what I feel with this Ace of Cups is, instead of looking at everybody who's not there for you and everyone who, maybe you had to leave in the past, look at everybody who's still there. Look at your support system around you. Spirit really wants you to let out your emotions, and they're saying it's okay to cry. if you guys haven't been allowing yourself to be soft or be vulnerable or cry, or maybe even cry in front of somebody, allow that release, that venting, you know, if you guys haven't been doing that, work on trying to allow yourself to get into that space where you're comfortable with doing that a little bit more, because that vulnerability, that I heard culture shock, for a lot of you, you guys are fighting like generational traumas and generational curses when it comes to being vulnerable. Maybe not a lot of people in your family had been very vulnerable, especially divine feminines here. Maybe you guys come from a lot of, maybe you guys come from a lineage of feminines that didn't know how to be vulnerable, or a lot of you guys come from like a lineage or like a generational like ancestors and ancestors and ancestors who operated on a wounded masculine energy, even if they were females. And your job right here, what you could tweak to help your manifestations come in a little bit easier and better, is allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to step into that feminine, divine feminine energy a little bit more, and get out of that wounded masculine energy where it's like, I can't cry, like I shouldn't be feeling like this, or I can't let people see me feeling like this, or I like stuff like that. And get into, well, it's okay to cry, it's okay to express, um, and just find a safe space for that, right? And this isn't saying go pour your heart out to everyone, because not everyone deserves it. Let's be honest. 734, 77. Um, but honestly, find where you can do that and where you can have that safe space, and really cherish it. Okay, what you guys can do to best manifest your dreams. We have the 7 of Wands. Think smarter, not harder, baby. Smarter, not harder. If you're thinking of your manifestations and your goals and your dreams, and oh my gosh, I totally apologize. Oh my gosh. So we have an Ace of Cups, and then we have 2 Wands. This really interesting energy. For you, it's all about passion and feeling it. For where pile number 1, what they were manifesting seemed very tangible. What you guys are manifesting is like, I feel like you guys are manifesting the vibration. You guys are manifesting the feeling first. And I feel like this is because you guys are manifesting mostly the feeling and the energy of what you want, instead of, oh, well, I want this specific house or this specific car, which isn't a bad thing. This is a really good thing to do. You want to be specific sometimes. But because of the way you guys are going about your manifestations, when you do see your manifestations materialize, you're going to get a shit ton more than you expected and a shit ton more than you asked for. So Spirit is saying, in order to more efficiently um, manifest your dreams, what they want you to do is think smarter, not harder. And don't think about what everybody else in your business or trade or whatever is doing. Like, for example, let's say you're a tarot reader like me. Don't look at all the other tarot readers and try to do everything like them. No, do it like you. This isn't saying you can't take inspiration and, like, say, oh, well, I like how this person does that. Maybe I might implement that into my style. Da, 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 da. Like, that is perfectly fine. That is great. That is amazing. That's what we are here for, to learn and grow from each other. And to, yeah. But what Spirit wants you to do is to make sure that you're making it your own. Make sure that whatever you're taking inspiration from, you're not trying to duplicate the energy, right? So, for example, I'm going to give you a personal example. When I was really like struggling to get my tarot Instagram up there, I saw Madam Adam, and I don't know if you guys know him. If you do, official Madam Adam, he is amazing. I love his reading style. He's very blunt, like I am. But I saw him in the way that he does his readings, and I tried to do my readings like him. And it's not like I was trying to copy him or anything, but I was trying to do it in the format in which he did it, and it didn't necessarily feel right to me. It didn't really work out right. So where you can see something and admire that in another person, that doesn't mean that it's going to work out, or that doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly the same way for you. So even if you are taking ideas from other people, or you are taking inspiration from other people, make sure that you're making it your own, and make sure that you're working smarter and not harder. If it feels like I was saying before, if it feels like when you look at your manifestations, if you get that energy where it's like, okay, like this is what I'm manifesting, and you're starting to think about it, and you get overwhelmed with all these emotions. Ugh, it's gonna be so difficult. Like these emotions that feel like it's difficult, it's not coming. When is it gonna come? Like you're pushing so hard. That is a little bit of that is a sign for you that you are putting too much energy into it. You don't want to put too much energy into it, right? Because you want to have that allowing, that surrender, but you don't want to put not enough energy into it, right? So I feel like what spirit wants you to do is they want you to put that energy out there, believe in your energy work, in your belief, in your manifestations, and then just allow them to bring it to you. And of course, along the way, you are going to, like, it's like spirit, sorry, Spirit's also saying that when they're getting ready to send you your manifestation, a lot you're gonna get a lot of tests, and I don't believe there's gonna be like so difficult tests, but it's like you guys are gonna get a lot of intuitive promptings where it's like your head or your mind, your intuition tells you, oh, do this, and you need to do that when you feel it, or as you are told, or as the sign comes to you. You need to listen and really pay attention to your signs, because it's like I'm hearing there are certain choices that you have to make to get to your manifestation. There are certain tweaks that you have to make to get to your manifestation, and they don't want me to say anything specific because it's different for everybody. Some people, you're gonna have to tweak your attitude, your mood, the way that you do things is different for everybody. But for all of you, spirit's saying when you get those intuitive promptings that it's like, do this, don't do this, make this change, listen to them, take them into consideration big time, or else you're going to be sort of, I'm not saying you're not going to fuck up your manifestation, but you're not going to get it as quickly as maybe you could have if you were to follow all of those intuitive promptings before they make sense. Follow them before they make sense. Have faith that the universe is bringing you exactly what you need, especially if some of you it's financial stability. Have faith that the universe is bringing you what you need, and don't try to control the outcome too much, okay? Just work smarter, not harder. Love yourself a little bit, and I feel like your manifestations are going to come to you very effortlessly. But that's what I have for you. Oh, shit. Wait. All right, let's get an advice card, and then I'm going to pull a card from this deck, and you guys can ask a yes or no question. So, advice card for pile 2, please. All right, an advice for your manifestations. We have, if you lived like, look, this is so beautiful. If you live like you always lived, you'll always get the same as you've always had. Sorry, I cannot talk for shit and I cannot read. If you live like you've always lived, you'll get the same as you've always had. Oh my gosh, you must decide to make a change towards your dreams. Decide on what you need to change, and you will be rewarded with a new sense of achievement. That is beautiful, guys. I love how it just correlates exactly to what we were saying. All right. Now, if you guys have any yes or no question, think about that now. Pause the video if you need to. The question does not have to be concerning this reading. All right. On the back of the deck, we have in no way. So for some of you that know, that like deep down feel this is a no, this is in no way. And then we have ask again later. So for some of you, you guys might be asking a question that maybe isn't all thought out yet. Maybe the universe isn't necessarily sure of your answer. Maybe you're not necessarily sure if you truly want that, or whatever it is. But Spirit's saying there's definitely room for it to change. And maybe you guys Maybe you guys are not being shown the answer for a reason right now. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys, and I will see you guys later. Toodles. Hello, those of you who chose pile number 3 with this pine cone. We are going to be getting into your reading. We have 3 cards here. This first card, is all about what you are currently doing correct. That is helping you guide you towards your manifestations and helping them materialize. The second card will be what maybe needs a little bit of tweaking. And then this third card will be representative of how you can best manifest these dreams and these goals and aspirations. But immediately, I'm really drawn to what you have on the back of the deck here. We have the Three of Pentacles, and ooh, that hurt me. That made me go numb a little bit. And with the Seven of Swords, that sort of makes sense. I feel like your spirit guides are wanting you to connect with them a little bit more. If you guys have been feeling the energy to pull yourself away from certain people, certain situations, maybe the energy to pull yourself away from everybody right now. I feel like some of you guys could be feeling a little selfish because you're not necessarily feeling the energy to be socializing and be talking and be around a whole bunch of people right now. And that's perfectly fine. Spirit is saying that this is happening for a reason. Right now, what you're going through, I just saw 111. What you're going through energetically right now is some tough shit. And you guys are your spirit guides and your spirit team are really helping you heal on an unconscious level. You guys aren't even necessarily aware of a lot of the healing that you're doing, because a lot of the healing that you're healing past lives. You're healing I heard future generations. You're healing generational trauma from ancestors and ancestors and ancestors and ancestors, so that you could heal your current generation and then have it be healed or operate on a different level, a more healed vibration for future generations. This is actually really beautiful. All right, now let's see what you guys are. Maybe a lot of your manifestations are like family based. All right, what you guys are currently doing correct. The Hierophant. I feel like the decisions that you guys are making are correct. I feel like with the Hierophant right here, you guys are definitely it's like you guys very much earth energy. I want to say earth and water. I'm also getting like Aries, Libra, but that's not, I don't know. It doesn't have to be. But the energy that I'm feeling here is that you guys are very, it's sort of like diplomatic, right? Mm. I feel like a lot of what you're manifesting could have to do with other people, or there could be a lot of other people around you that are maybe holding up your manifestations a little bit with their energy. The reason why I say that is because this Hierophant is really, what this card is giving me is that you're like delegating. Like, who is going to stay in my life? Who is not going to stay in my life? What will I allow? What will I not allow? That type of energy. You guys are standing up for yourself. You guys are putting up more boundaries with people. You guys are being a lot more honest with yourself as well. Maybe before you guys weren't so honest, because it's like you might have dealt with a lot of people in situations that you knew you had to let go of, or you knew wasn't necessarily healthy for you. 333 on the clock. As I look back, you knew it wasn't healthy for you. You knew these people weren't for you, but for the life of you, maybe you couldn't get yourself to release, or couldn't get yourself to be like, okay, I'm comfortable with not having these people, these situations, these things in my life, right? And now you are doing things completely differently. Now you are finally allowing yourself to make the guided decisions that you guys have been pushed towards for a very, very long time. Maybe some of you guys are getting divorces. Maybe some of you guys are getting married. Spirit's saying whatever big decisions you've been making, don't worry, you've been making absolutely the right choice. And whatever those are, it's like that's really leading you towards your manifestations. I heard, because it's really helping your self-worth. You're regaining your power. That's really fucking beautiful. And it's sort of like I've been there, done that type energy. Yeah, I hold the power. A lot of people might look at you as like a know-it-all, or da 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 da, and it's not that you're a know-it-all or that you just want to tell people how to do things. It's that you've been there and you've done that, and you got the fucking books to motherfucking prove it. So it's like when you make certain decisions for your life and you say certain things that you believe, it's very much it's not just you pulling things out of your ass. It's like other people might not understand you. This is what I'm getting to tell you. Other people might not understand you or the decisions that you're making, but you understand you, and that's all you need to know. Because Spirit's saying, like, look, we got your back. We know that you've been there, done that, and you don't have to explain anything to anyone, especially us, because we know and we see not only your past but your future as well. So it's like you don't have to explain anything to anybody. If you guys haven't been connecting with your guides, I want you to connect a little bit more with your guides. Your guides want you to connect a little bit more with your guides, and especially your ancestors. Really, really your ancestors. Your ancestors on your father's side. Okay? All right, what can use a little bit of tweaking? Knight of Wands, your passion. Your passion. You need to get happy about it. Maybe for a while you were happy about it, but then you got to do all this difficult work and make, excuse me, these heavy decisions that are really difficult for you. And what Spirit's saying, that you need to find the fun in it a little bit more. You need to find the humor, right? And you need to make these impulsive decisions that feel right. And Spirit's saying, um, you don't always have to wait to have evidence, or you do not always need to understand the decision that you're making before you make it. And that might sound a little contradictory, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course we should understand and fully know what we're getting ourselves into before we jump, but half of the journey is trust, or I would say 80% of the journey is trust. Listen to the confirmation if you guys can hear that plane going by as soon as I say that. But yeah, most of the journey, like 80-90% of this journey, is just trusting that it is coming to us, and allowing and surrendering and having fun in the process, having fun with the journey, having fun on the journey. Not just, I'm going to be so amazingly happy when I get what I've been manifesting. No, I'm going to be so amazingly happy right now. And because I'm going to be so amazingly happy right now, that's going to anchor in these manifestations so much faster, so much quicker for me, because I'm going to be feeling good. Very short and sweet, like to the point for you guys. All right, how could you best manifest the moon? Leave some things up to chance. Leave some things up to the universe. You are not meant to know everything right now. The universe is definitely like leaving it very vague for you guys right here. You guys are not meant to know everything right now, and just know and have faith that everything will come to light as it needs to. I feel like you guys, it's like you guys keep on accumulating little pieces of information, and it's like, God, will you just give me like the whole book so that like I could just have it all flat out in front of me and understand everything that I've got to do and everything that's going on. And Spirit's like, no, we're sort of going to breadcrumb you a little bit, because we sort of want you to, like I said, enjoy the journey. They don't want you to just be so focused on the end result. They want you to focus on having fun and doing what you can with the information, with the situations that you are given in the current moment. You guys can look at how the moon's looking down on her. It's like, come on, girl, go have some fucking fun. Take off that damn cloak. Go pet them damn dogs. The lobster's not gonna bite you. Go bathe in the water. Something. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your surroundings, right? Because not only do you have Spirit watching out over you and protecting you, and you have all these guides and angels and ancestors by your side, it's like you guys are so heavily protected, but you guys might not realize that. And if you do realize that, you still might doubt it a little bit. And Spirit wants you to know with how much, even if you guys are very sure, like, oh, ouch, like I keep hurting myself in your reading. Is it this reading that I keep hurting myself in? This is Seven of Swords? Yes. Yeah. I keep hurting myself in your reading. So Spirit's saying, like, I'm hearing love hurts. And for some of you guys, you need to understand that even the things that are going to make you the most happy, sometimes they're going to be a little difficult. Sometimes the things that you want, the things that you love are going to hurt. Does this mean that that these things aren't for us? No, it just means that sometimes we need to work on things. I know personally, um, okay, I'll give that example. I didn't want to, but spirit's like, no, they need to hear it. Like for a long time I was very stuck on somebody who um I had a very strong soul connection with. And I was very, very stuck on this person because it just felt like this person just intuitively just knew everything about me. And in being so stuck and infatuated with that person, the person who I truly believe is the person for me, I didn't give them a chance. I didn't give them a chance because that connection with the person that I now truly believe is my person, it wasn't effortless like the connection with the other person was. The connection with the other person was effortless. We didn't argue, we didn't fight, none of that. But then again, looking back on it, it was very superficial, extremely superficial, you know? And with this person that I do believe is now my person, it was very difficult at times, but we grew together. Yes, that love at times it did hurt, and it wasn't like, oh, they cheated on me and this and that. No, it was different issues, like smaller scale issues. Um but yeah, I realized that I was going and taking the easy route and chasing something more superficial because what was really for me, it was a little too much work. And I didn't believe at the time that love had to be work or had to be worked on. I like, of course, I believe that there was love. Um, of course, I had to believe, of course, I believed that, of course, you have to work for your relationships. There's not just like an effortless relationship. But at that time, I was really like, oh, well, if it's true love, I'm not going to have to tell you this, or I'm not going to have to express that I need things this way. You're just going to be able to know. I was the type of person, I just want you to know me, right? And for you guys, I feel like the right decision might be a little difficult for you guys to make. And this sort of goes back to this card. But you guys need to know that you guys are making the right decision, even if sometimes it might be a little difficult, and the road that that decision has paved for you might be a little rocky. But that doesn't mean that the outcome at the end of that road isn't the most beautiful thing you could have imagined. Okay? Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna take one of those cards. All right, let's get some advice, and then I'm going to pull from these cards, and you guys can ask a yes or no question. Sorry for my rant, guys. I know, like, okay, I guess we're getting two. I know, like, I sort of just went all into a personal story, but maybe somebody out there needed to hear it. So we have two advice cards on how to better your manifestations. We have, now is the time to start doing what's good for you. Don't wait any longer. Time flies by faster than you think. And then we have, wow, two yellow cards, and then we have the yellow here, and we have heavy yellow in all of these cards. They're all like, they're wearing yellow, all of three of them. He's wearing yellow. There's that bright ass yellow fucking sun slash moon right there, right? And then we got two yellow cards, and right here he's holding a yellow jacket, and this card is all yellow. Work on your solar plexus. Like I said, go have fucking fun, for real. All right, we have, things often don't work out as planned. Let things appear just as they do, and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. All right, guys. And let's get a yes or no question, so you guys can go ahead and ask. Any yes or no question that you guys have doesn't have to be pertaining to the reading. Pause the video if you need to. All right. On the back of the deck, we have yes. So for some of you, this is a yes. And then we have perhaps not today. So I'm getting with this yes and perhaps not today. Maybe you guys ask like a timing question, or is this going to happen, and or is this for me? And Spirit is saying the answer to your question is a yes, but it might not, it might not come, like I said, in the way that you guys are trying to make it come. Or like if you guys are very stuck on like the when, why, and how, um release that, because it might take a little bit of time. Okay, guys. But I hope this reading resonated for you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Toodles.